Yeah, all good. All good. Yeah, I was just going for a nice, peaceful walk this Arva, and I was reflecting on how I've had the privilege over many years to work with some really excellent football managers, and I've learnt a lot from them. I really have. And one of the things I was sort of reflecting on my walk today, once I learned, I sort of reflected on a powerful question. Do you want to be liked, or do you want to be respected? And I'm not saying you can't be liked and respected, but what I am saying, and I'll use scenarios to kind of deepen the understanding of what I'm getting at. Like, say, for example, a football manager, they might decide to leave a certain play out for various reasons. The main reason being is to make sure they stand the best chance to win the game. They might decide to release a player for whatever reason. They might decide to not play a player that's a fan's favourite, but the manager sees the player day in, day out type thing, and see the player mentally, physically, and the system on a play, and yeah, you make the big decisions, and they might not, certain people might not be happy with the decision, not at least at that time. They might reflect later on and appreciate the decision, but they make the big decisions. And I think that applies to other areas of life too, where, you know, trying to be all things to all people, trying to be a people pleaser, just generally gets you in a situation where you get frustrated, angry, upset, and also there's that lack of respect for you as a person if you're just trying to be a people pleaser. And you see it in other walks of life, and it's a lesson to be learned in other areas of life. You know, academia, as a lecturer, you know, you want to make sure that you help the learners fulfill their potential and learn and grow, but you also find that balance and give a bit of leeway and help where you can, and signpost where you can for help. And you see it on a personal level, people in relationships become people pleasers. They don't set any boundaries, and they get angry and frustrated with the partner they're with, and the relationship doesn't become reciprocal, and they sort of get bitter and resentful. You see it in parenting, where certain parents will sort of, you know, give in to the child if they want something, and you know, it could be anything, you know, giving them sweets or phones or whatever, without sort of finding the balance. And that leads to, obviously, that lack of discipline. And look, I don't have all the answers, by the way, and I'm not making any suggestions, or I'm not giving advice or making suggestions. I'm just sort of reflecting on a really powerful question. And I'm not even so sure if many of the managers that sort of work with had that in the forefront of their mind. They might not have done, but the way they conducted themselves, based on my observation, was about commanding respect. Commanding respect in the sense that not afraid to make the big decisions, even if certain people weren't happy about it for whatever reason at that moment in time. The big decision is going to give you the best chance to win the game, or the team to be the best they can be. But it is a really powerful question. A really, really powerful question to think about. Do I want to be liked, or do I want to be respected?